regulate your nervous system. That means your sleep hygiene, making sure we are getting quality rest to regenerate the body, right? Make sure we are experiencing morning sunlight to get vitamin D and melatonin to help us energize and rest better. Even if you have to wake up, experience it, and go back to sleep, that is totally okay. Make sure we are deep breathing. A lot of times we are gasping for air. And so try to set aside maybe one straight minute every day and every day up another minute to deep breathe. Also, lower constant stimulation, right? So if you're watching TV for 8 hours straight, let's try to lower it down to four and eventually to two. Okay. The phone. I try not to touch my phone when I first wake up. I try to actually wake up, open my eyes, blink it a few times, look around, do meditation. And then once I'm up and feeling energized, then I will touch my phone. Constant socializing. I know it sounds great to be able to hang out with all your friends and colleagues every day for hours, but that constant socializing can be overstimulant. And also, a lot of times that is, if you're doing it in such a constant, can be like a band-aid to a bigger emotional issue or a physical issue. Maybe you're feeling lonely, or maybe you're feeling like you just want to forget what's happening in your life right now. So we want to make sure that we are monitoring our socializing time. I guess another step too would be to reduce inflammation, which I talked about earlier. So I think it's a very important step, is to reduce inflammation or any type of inflammatory load, right? By You can start by removing ultra processed foods. Um, Increase your mineral intake. A lot of time we're taking vitamins, which are great, but we're not taking anything for minerals, and our body thrives on minerals as well. Um, Hydrate properly. I know you're probably drinking a lot of water, but it matters what type of water you're drinking. And so I try to stick with spring water only. Okay, so no distilled water, no filtered water, unless it's in distress situations where I don't have anything else. I will do filtered water. But I try to stick with spring water by all means necessary. Okay, also make sure you're getting your water, your H3O, from fruits. You can juice it if you like, or you can actually eat the fruit and you want that jelly like consistency. Or you can have your coconut waters, which are super great as well. Um, and make sure you have some electrolytes, which you can naturally create and make. I make my own electrolyte water, which I like to use a squeeze of orange. Take an orange, I squeeze it in my water. I have a sea salt grinder, so I grind it 3 times of sea salt, and I add a little bit of agave, and I actually add banana water to the rest of it. And so that's my electrolyte recipe there. um, Use plant-based anti-inflammatory support. There are some basic ones that everyone should know, but I'll just mention it again, like turmeric, ginger, or any adaptogenic herbs. Those are going to be great for anti-inflammatory support. Actually, one of my products that I have on Be Relieved is called Inflamease, and it has those things in it. I believe that everyone should take that daily. So make sure you have or create a ritual where you will do it every single day for preventative. Um, the last thing would be step three, protect your cellular energy. And that happens through strength training. I know for me, I'm just now being consistent with working out. I don't like it, but I like the results. So I force myself to do it. So strength train, even if that's at home, doing calisthenics or, doing something at home is very great. Or you can actually have a gym membership or go to a gym, to strength train. And that does also include your mind, train your mind to have better thoughts, to not be so harsh on yourself. And so you're strength training the body and the mind and your emotional state. Proper protein intake. A lot of people are eating all day, but not enough protein. So make sure you are just Google how much protein do I need to take for my weight and my age? And it will tell you, it'll give you a calculator to be able to do that. Make sure you're having proper protein. Um, and also research what is protein. A lot of times we're eating meats that don't really have that much protein. So just compare and compare on your diet. And if you don't eat meat, there's a lot of other ways to get protein. So don't feel like you have to eat meat to have protein. And of course, avoid chronic sleep deprivation. We do not
Mm.
want you to not sleep, and don't make it a chronic thing. Okay, you need your, I don't like to call it sleep, but you need your rest. You need deep rest for your body to regenerate. And it happens majority of the time in your rest or your sleep. And most importantly, just focus on consistency over like intensity. So just try once a day and just focus on today. And when you sleep and wake up, focus on that day. And if you do it 3 times out the week, you did it 3 times more than what you did last week. And you just keep striving for greatness. Do not beat yourself up about not doing it. We all fall short. I know that I do. I don't know all the answers, and I fall short sometimes as well. And so just try to actively be more intentional, even if it's about the one little meal that you had today. Just add a little bit extra, protein for me at least. Okay. If you can't do it for you,
Mhm.
do it for me. I'm watching, I'm on the shoulder, okay? Um, and regeneration isn't dramatic, right? So that's why I don't want you to be super intense. It's a rhythm with it, and you will start to find your rhythm as you try. So just try.